Infinite money loop.
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 Well, what is going on, guys? Luke here today, and let's talk about the often discussed but very elusive
Infinite money loop.
But you don't need to depend on a glitch in an app or your very own genie to have your own infinite money loop. I'll tell you exactly how you can create your own starting today, and once you get it going, I will give you the 3 stocks you absolutely must add immediately after the money starts rolling in. You're going to absolutely love what I have here for you today, and all I ask for in return is that you ever so gently tap that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. This is one of the most persistent things I see down in the comments section. People saying things like, I want to buy and hold, but I have to trade in and out of the stock in order to build up my cash. Or other people will say, I would love to buy more, but I'm saving my money and hopefully can buy in a few months. That's where having an infinite money loop comes into play. If you're a young person out there and you start your own infinite money loop and just invest it in S&P 500 index fund, nothing fancy there, just an S&P index fund, you will most likely be stupid rich by the time you're my age. And if you're my age, you can start now and still be able to retire with plenty of time to enjoy the money, and it's easy enough to teach it to your kids. You know, if you like them, of course. If you don't, then I guess you wouldn't teach it to them. Creating your own infinite money loop is really broken down into 3 parts, with the first 2 being important, but the third being critical to growing the infinite money loop from small to whatever your imagination can imagine. So the first step in creating your own infinite money loop is get your personal balance sheet in order. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is you cannot have infinite money coming in if you have infinite money going out. Get your balance sheet in order and do the math. Do you have money left at the end of the month to invest? If not, you need to find the leaks in your spending ASAP and knock it out. There's literally a treasure trove of information on how you can lower your monthly expenses. Get rid of your rent or your mortgage. That seems impossible, right? But I have been doing it for years. It's called house hacking, and there are all kinds of ways to do it. Even for renters. Renters can even house hack. I've effectively lived rent or mortgage free for many, many years now. Average rent in the US is $1,468. So even if you don't get that down to 0, the savings can be huge. Does it require some compromise? Yeah, absolutely it does. If you think you're going to keep on just doing what you're doing and now suddenly get rich by not doing anything different, well, you might as well play the lottery because your chances are just as good at that as it is the other happening. The average American has a car payment of $550 a month. Get rid of that. I mean, I can afford a BMW, a Tesla, a Porsche, whatever. But I choose to drive a 2002 Lexus that I bought for $8,000. If I can afford to pay cash for any car I want, but I choose to drive a 2002 high mileage used car, then it may make sense for you to downsize as well. So just doing some quick math here, you can save $550 from not having a car payment, plus any money you save from a house hacking, and we'll just say it's $1,468. That is just over $2,000 a month you can immediately put into your investing accounts. Oh, and remember, that does not include lowering any of your other expenses that you have. That's just getting rid of the car payment and your rent. So there is your first cycle in the infinite money loop. But it gets even better because we have not gotten into the multipliers that make this loop snowball at a rapid pace. But before we get there, we must implement the second step to avoid sabotaging your infinite money loop. So the second step would be, do not allow lifestyle creep to come in and instead bank everything that comes in after this. Got a raise? Put it in the investment fund. Getting a refund check or a stimulus check? Put it in your investment fund. Sold your old car and traded down and have some money left over after all that? Put that into the investment fund. Lowered your insurance by shopping around for the best deal? Put the savings in your investment account. Pretend like all new money that comes in never existed. If you can keep lifestyle creep away, the snowball will continue to grow and roll downhill and will be impossible to stop. And that takes us to our third step. Take those dollars coming into your investment account and have them work for you and make you more money. How do you do that? Well, there's actually a lot of ways, and I will share with you the ways I like to do it. The first would be real estate. Not only does it allow me to live for free, but they also build my wealth through debt paydown, tax deductions, and yes, they also put money into my investment account each month. And that right there illustrates where the power of the infinite money loop comes in. Now the money I'm putting into my investment account is also going out there and putting more money into my investment account too. So as this thing grows, it's like having multiple people working for me, except I get to keep it all and I don't have to pay them. And you can do this with stocks also. Your investment account will not only grow by the amount of cash you put into it, but also by the amount of the growth the stocks give you. So if you just do step one and put $2,000 in every month, your account is worth $24,000 instead of zero at the end of the year, which is what you would have had if you would have not done step one at all. And if you took it a little further and you bought $2,000 worth of Tesla each month, it would actually be worth more than triple that. And the cycle continues and the snowball continues to roll. You put in money, which grows your net worth, then your investments work for you and make you more money, and it just continues on in an infinite loop. And here's some simple statistics to prove it. In 10 years, if you just received a 10% return on your money annually, you would have over $415,000. And if you manage to earn 20%, and I know some of you have earned way more than that this year, but just using 20%, you would have over $766,000. And you did all this without starting a business or taking on another job. The infinite money loop did most of the lifting for you. And it gets even better. It will eventually grow to a point where it is self-sustainable and it turns into a passive infinite money loop growing without you even having to contribute anymore. Well, now that you know how to create an infinite money loop for yourself, these are the 3 stocks I would immediately add as the money starts rolling in. Yes, I completely understand there is way more than that to choose from. But keep in mind this is my list and you can substitute whatever stock you want to and slide it in there. So the first would be Apple. In my opinion, this is basically the best all-around stock to own in the market today. Yes, I know I'm also a huge Apple fan, but you would be hard-pressed to find anyone who does not think Apple stock is a must-own stock. Revenue beast? Yep, check, got that. Profit machine? Yep, check. You want share growth? Oh, Apple has more than doubled in just the past year, and it's up over 18,000% over the past 15 to 20 years. And this is all from a stock that is almost 40 years old. Not a brand new growth stock. Oh yeah, and they have one of the biggest cash piles in the world, are buying back shares like crazy, and they also pay a dividend. To me, it's just a must-own stock, period. So the second stock I would add immediately is Tesla. Is there any company that has more future growth catalyst ahead in multi-trillion-dollar markets than Tesla? But is it overvalued? Well, I've heard that when it was at $100, $300, and $500, and $600, and now it's sitting comfortably at $800 plus. And think about this, if just half of what Elon has on tap comes true over the next 5 years, you will be very pleased you paid what you did for the stock right now. I want as many of those shares as I can get my hands on. And the third stock I would buy immediately would be Facebook. I know people seem to either love or hate Facebook for a variety of reasons, but I view it strictly as an investment. And as an investment, you would be hard-pressed to find anyone this large with higher margins than Facebook. Even Apple can't touch them there. Everyone thought the pandemic was going to hammer them hard, and they just continued to grow revenues despite that. Apparently companies did cut their advertising budgets, but not their advertising on Facebook. They are a profit beast, a revenue beast. They dominate the social media landscape, and I'm sorry, social media is not going away. And by virtually any metric out there, they're still cheap somehow. So I would be adding this stock immediately. So that is how you build a real infinite money loop for yourself and the stocks I would buy with the money immediately if it was me. So if you like this at all, please tap that like button and subscribe if you want more content like this, and we'll see you on the next one.